I'd like to take a few minutes just to show you my top recommendations for cruising guides in the Caribbean. The most popular guide for the Bahamas is probably the Waterway guide, and there's a new version of that comes out each year, and we've got a fresh copy in the store for you. The Waterway guide is going to cover all of the Bahamas, including Turks and Caicos, and give you great information about marinas, restaurants, sites to see, all of that. It's going to have updated information, as with all these guides, for marina phone numbers, contact numbers, or the VHF channel you should listen to when you want to go into a new marina. If marina life isn't for you and you're looking to get off the beaten path, maybe go anchor out on a nice secluded beach, I'd highly recommend Bahamas Bound by Skipper Bob. Skipper Bob, unfortunately, is no longer with us, but Waterway Guide actually owns the publication, but they've maintained it up to Skipper Bob's standards. And if you're going to spend a lot of time in the Abacos, I really recommend this Abacos guide. It also comes out every year, and it's got a lot of information specific to the Abacos. So if you're looking, once you've read the Waterway guide and you're looking to get something a little more in depth, I would highly recommend the Abacos guide. We also have the 3 seaworthy guides, and then another guide for just the Turks and Caicos. The reason that we recommend these guides for the Bahamas is because they're updated annually, and most, if not all of them, have direct contributions from actual boaters, actual cruisers, so they know exactly what the average boater is looking for in terms of hospitality, price, comfort, anything you could really want. They've been there and done that. So as we move south for a little bit, I mentioned the Turks and Caicos, and if you want to go a little further south, the Dominican Republic's down there, which is becoming a very popular cruising destination. We highly recommend this Seaworthy guide written by Pavlidis. It's got tons of great up-to-date information about some off-the-beaten-paths location like the Dominican Republic. As we continue to sail southbound, we're going to run into the Virgin Islands, and we couldn't mention that without mentioning our friends Nancy and Simon Scott, who've written a wonderful guide. The Virgin Islands are a great place to visit, and there's some really great anchorages, but you need to be careful because they can be quite shallow. This guide will help you get in and out of anchorages without running aground. As we move even further south, we're definitely going to want to take a trip into the Windward and Leeward Islands. These lovely set of guides by Chris Doyle are going to offer you all the same advantages of the Virgin Island guides in terms of help with anchoring and marina locations. They also each come with a map, and the Windward guide was just updated this year. If you're a fan of the Imre guides or have used their charts, you may want to check out the Imre guide, which covers all of the Virgin Islands through Grenada in one book. So now that you know all the options available and what our recommendations are, all you got to do is decide where you want to go. If you're looking for one complete package for a lot of the Caribbean and don't want to carry a lot of books around you, and you happen to like Imre guides,
and you think Imre's okay,
and you're all right with the Imre book,